polite. Hello. Who has never heard of me before? Marco Kozlowski, never in their whole life. Wow. Everybody. I'm really not that cool, am I? So my name is Marco. I'm 39. I got married at 19, had 4 kids at 24. I do things quickly. Yes, I do. And I do have multiple businesses, ranging from real estate investment to actually have holistic centers up in Canada. I'm originally from Canada, from Montreal. I have a clothing line, a whole bunch of other things, but I'm not really here to talk about me. I'm really here to talk about you. Why are you here? Why are you guys here? Freedom. All right. By the way, how many of you are looking in your bank accounts right now and going, I have too much money? Anybody? Do you look in your bank account and go, I have too much money? Anybody? By the way, I really like an interactive relationship. Is that fair? Yeah. If I ask a question, can I possibly get a response? Yeah. Let's try that again. If I ask you a question, can I possibly get a response? Yeah. Whoa, a little excited. That's okay. The reason I ask is because I'm not talking to one of you, I'm talking to each of you, if that makes any sense. My intent here is to try to help you as much as possible. In fact, I'm in the helping people business. How many of you would like to generate a check of around 6 figures every 3 to 6 months, having other people do all the work? Yes. Who didn't understand the question? Let me ask you again. How would you like to make a check of around, or a series of checks of around £100,000 every 3 to 6 months, having other people do all the work? Now, okay, very good. So hopefully I'm in the right place. Now, before I really go forward in my presentation, I'd love to know why you guys are here. It's really important, because when you get in your car, do you know where you're going? Generally, if you don't, you need to see a psychiatrist. Generally, you go into your car and you know exactly where you're going, correct? You know the direction that you're going in. And if you don't know the direction, you're going to a foreign city, and you don't have a GPS or have no clue where you're going, what happens? You get lost. How many of you sometimes are lost in life? You have no idea where you're going specifically. And many speaker after speaker after speaker has told you, well, all these different things that you have to do, it doesn't get very confusing? Of all the things that you have to do, where you have to do this and you have to do that, and you have all these different strategies and formulas that you have to do, and it seems like how many of you are a little bit confused? Just a little bit? Honestly. Can we be honest with each other? Hello? Can we be honest with each other? Yes. All right. How many of you are a little bit confused? How many of you are not confused? How many of you are excited? How many of you are too confused to be excited? How many of you won't raise your hand no matter what I say? Okay. So back to the original question, why are you here? Freedom. What is freedom? Can you guys see this? Freedom? Yes? Freedom. How many of you want to be more free? All right. I'm not here to give you freedom. Why else are you here? Learn new skills. How many of you want to learn a lot? You know what the tragedy is? Knowing something and not doing it. Most of us know a lot of things. In fact, how many university people that have an education, a very high education, multiple degrees, can't find a job? Are there a few of those? In fact, I have a child in college right now, and he's only going to college because he wants to. He's already an entrepreneur, but ultimately, he goes to college for the experience of going to university. I should say university because I do live in the U.S. now. College, I don't understand it, but whatever. Ultimately, we're trying to get an education to get a what? A job. Now, when you get a job, is that really the secret to wealth and freedom? So we all know that getting a job is not wealth and freedom. In fact, as I ask you again, why are you here? Is it for money? Is it for freedom? Is it to learn more? Or is it to actually have a better lifestyle? Who would like a better lifestyle? Who would like to actually have more, work less, and have more fun? Only 3 of you want to have more fun. That's okay. All right. How many of you want to have more fun? All right, very good, fantastic. All right, so lifestyle is really what I'm looking for. Now, asking you the question again is how many of you are looking in your bank accounts right now going, I have too much money? Very few of us. In fact, how much money is there in the universe? How much money is available? There's an unlimited amount of money in the universe, yet there's a limited amount in your bank account. Does that make any sense? If there's an unlimited amount of money in your bank account, why is there only a limited amount in your account? It's a legitimate question, isn't it? Am I confusing anybody? If there's an unlimited amount of money in the universe, why is there only a limited in your account? Are there people out there that have a lot of money? Why is it that you have a little bit of money or you want more when others have a lot? What is the difference between not having and having? There's one word. Invested? Resistance? Action? Action is kind of close. It's behavior. Write this down. Behavior. Is it fair? You could change your mindset, but if you don't change your behavior, what will happen to what's going on in your bank account? Hello? Very little. Very, very little. So how many of you would love to be able to change your behavior in a very short period of time and make more money in the next 10 months than you have in the last 10 years? Anybody? Who would like to make more money and have more? In fact, I'm not here to share with you how to make money. I'm here to share with you how to get wealth. Do you know what the difference between wealth and having money is? Wealth is time and money. I'm not here to share with you how to make a lot of money. I'm here to share with you how to get your life back. How to make more money passively, how to have more time to enjoy what you want, when you want, with the people that you want to enjoy it with. Because all the speakers are fantastic speakers, have great products. Everything you can do, if you do exactly what they say, you will be successful in the passive income strategies that they have, which is awesome. However, how many of you have bought at least one product before? Just one? All right, okay, how many have bought more than two? How many of you have been to more than 3 seminars in your lifetime? Any professionals at 3 or more? Okay, very good. Isn't it like going to an AA meeting after a while? You see the same people over and over again? It's like, hey, Bob, how you doing? Oh, it's been 33 days since my last seminar. I'm falling off the wagon. So, and so you're taking all these different seminars, and how many of you are applying everything that you've actually learned at all those trainings? 100%. See, very few hands go up. In fact, no hands go up. So who is the only person sitting in your chair that can sabotage your success? Who is the only person sitting in your chair that can stop you from being successful or wealthy? The only person is who? Is you. How would you like me to take you out of the equation? I don't mean like, see you later, goodbye. I'm not with the mafia. I'm saying take you out of the equation. In fact, have others do the work. Here's the challenge. Here's the key question. You all know professional sports, football, yes? All right. Who makes the most amount of money on the football team? Is it the players or the owners? So who works hard or plays hard on the field, gets hurt, scores the goals, gets replaced if they don't do well? Who takes the brunt or who does all the work? Really? Who? The players do. But who makes all the money? So what do the owners do? What do the owners do? They watch the game. Write that down, please. Your first lesson in wealth today, how many of you actually want to be wealthy with time and with money? In fact, do you know anyone on their last dying breath that had said, oh, I wish I had more money? Do you know anyone that had said, oh, I wish I worked harder before they die? What is the last thing that people wish for on their last dying breath? More what? More time. More time. And however, why is it that John talked about this, a few other speakers have talked about this. We go to school, how many of us get financial advice from our parents? Are they rich? So why do we take financial advice from our broke parents? My parents are broke. They will stay broke because they have an idea that having money is actually a bad thing. I grew up in a mentality where having money was a bad thing. It was an evil thing. The more money I had, I must have done something wrong. In fact, how many of you not only want to make more money in the next 10 months than you have in the last 10 years, how many of you would like to be able to give back more in the next 10 months than you have in the last 10 years? How many of you would like to give $1 million to charity just because you can? How many of you would like to give $1 million to your church, mosque, or synagogue, whatever you believe in, anonymously just because you can? Would that feel great? How many of you want to contribute more to your charity, your communities, and give back to the people that you love just because you can? See, interestingly enough, is the more money you make, can you give out more as well? So here's the deal, is we learn as a society to get up, go to class, get a education, to work for somebody else to make somebody else rich. And we've been indoctrinated as a society to do it this way, yes? Get a great education, get a great job. And ultimately, and someone said it earlier before, is we work 5-6 months for who? First, the government. The government wants us to be sheeple. Sheeple, people that are sheep. Sheeple. Are you okay with being a sheeple for the rest of your life? Exactly right. So you have two choices. You can continue doing what we're doing, which is try, and this is why you're here, isn't it? To try to find something else. You know there's more. You know there's an opportunity to make more. You just don't know yet what to do, or you're looking for an answer or solution for a better lifestyle. Am I correct? How many of you would like to actually shortcut that process and not do it in the next 10 years, not do it in the next 2 years, but do it in the next few months? And not have any of the work to not do all the work. Let me explain. Do you want to be a player on the team, or do you want to watch the game? How long can you watch a game for? How long can you watch the game for? In fact, do wealthy people work hard or they work smart? Pardon me. Do they work hard or they work smart? Are you working hard or smart right now? How many of you are really hard workers? Raise your hand. Show of hands. Who's a really hard worker? Raise your hand nice and high. Who's too lazy to even raise their hand? Fantastic. Who is a really hard worker right now? Fantastic. Okay, now who's made millions of dollars working really hard? In fact, everyone I know who makes a lot of money doesn't work hard for it. They have leverage. They have other people that do the work. So with your permission, I'll share with you a quick story on how I started in real estate, made a lot of money, lost a lot of money through my second divorce, and actually made it all back in less than a year. And I'd like to share with you exactly how that worked.